Hey, you guys, thanks for listening into this episode of Tips with T. On today, we're going to talk about generational wealth, building and preserving wealth for future generations. Okay. I feel like this is very important, whether you have children, whether you have nieces and nephews. Generational wealth is very, very important. Um, this episode focuses on generational wealth, creating financial security, not only for yourself, but for your children, grandchildren, and beyond. We'll explore strategies to build wealth and to ensure it lasts across generations. Okay, so what is generational wealth? We're going to start off with the definition of it. It is assets is defined as assets passed down from one generation to the next, such as property, investment, business, or knowledge. All right. Knowledge is power. Okay. Why it matters. It provides financial stability for future generation. It breaks cycles of financial struggle and poverty. It creates opportunities for education, entrepreneurship, and growth. Okay. One of the generational wealth that was passed down to me, I would say, is with my father. My father is a business owner, and I just, that was just passed down to me. That's all I saw growing up as a child. Um, was him being an entrepreneur, him having the flexibility and the opportunity to be there for me when it came to my games, when it came to him picking me up from school, when it came to me getting sick. He was his own boss. And that was one thing that I really appreciated about him, because I know he had that flexibility to come whenever I needed him. And then it also gave me the drive and the passion that eventually I didn't really want to work for anybody else. So that's he passed down that generational wealth aspect to me. Okay. Barriers to generational wealth. Lack of financial education. I see this a lot. I've been working with my nonprofit, and I've been seeing a lot of children that are not taught financial literacy, and it's a major problem, especially when they graduate. They have no earthly idea what to go on when it comes to their finances. So that is a barrier. Poor money management habits, economic inequalities or systematic barriers, and failure to plan for the future. So an example, no wills or no estate plans, which I, had talked about last year during some podcast episode about estate planning and wills and things of that nature. Your children need to be taught these things, and this stuff needs to be passed down to them. So we're going to talk about some steps to build generational wealth. Okay, so step one: start with financial education. Um, Teach your children and your family members about saving, budgeting, and investing. Model good financial habits. So if you need to go out and you need to do your research and you need to learn so you can take something back home to teach to your family, do so. If you are seeing where a lot of financial literacy classes or free webinars and stuff are being taught in the community, attend. Take your family with you. Take your children with you. Sign your kids up. Especially during the summertime, some nonprofits or some organizations might have financial literacy camps that talks about these different things. You want to sign your kids up. It's completely free. They need to know these things, okay? Step two is invest wisely. So focus on long-term investment like real estate stocks or mutual funds. Diversify investments to minimize risk and consider starting or investing in a family business, okay? Um, I know I'm going to be teaching more about that, doing a webinar about that, about how to hire your children and your family business and stuff, because that helps build generational wealth. Okay. Um, Three is to purchase life insurance. Ensure your family have financial security in the case of unexpected loss. We never know what might happen tomorrow. So you definitely want to have some type of life insurance policy in place. Use life insurance as a tool for passing on wealth. You don't want to die here and leave your children or your family members in debt. Leave them with something that they can use to build wealth, or they can use to invest, okay, to grow money. Okay. Create an estate plan. You want to draft a will or a trust to clearly outline assets distributions. This is not just for generational wealth, I would say too. This is to help keep the confusion down in your family. If something was to die, who goes to who? You don't want your family members fighting over what, because when people die, it can get ugly, it can get nasty on who gets what. So estate planning is going to be your best bet. Work with an estate planning attorney to minimize taxes and legal complications. Consider establishing a family trust to manage wealth efficiently and effectively. Okay. Step 5 is to pass down financial literacy. Okay. I know I sound like I repeat myself, but we need to do these things. It's very, very important. Share knowledge about managing wealth, avoiding debt, and making sound financial decisions. Use family meetings to discuss goals and responsibilities for maintaining generational wealth. This stuff, y'all, starts in the household. I know financial literacy is not really being taught in school systems, but it can start at home. You are your child first teacher. Even though your parents might have not taught you, go out, educate yourself so you can sit down and you can teach your kids these things. Okay. So then you can break that cycle of not having the knowledge and not knowing how to break generational curses when it comes to poverty and being in a cycle of not being able to build generational wealth. All right. Um, so preserving wealth for the long term. Okay. You need to avoid overspending. Teaching your heirs the importance of preserving and growing wealth rather than depleting it. Okay. So whenever I go out and I teach my children, I teach the students in the community about their wants and their needs and their necessities. Like why, where will you spend most of your money? Why will you spend your money, most of your money on needs instead of wants? And necessity items. So what is a necessity item? What is a luxury item? Teach those kids those type of things. All right. Um, Set family goals. So create a vision on how the wealth will how the wealth will benefit generations. Okay. Um, Professional guidance. Work with a financial advisor and legal expert to ensure sustainable strategies. Okay. So work with like somebody that's a financial analysis or an advisor that can help you set financial goals for your family so y'all can help beat them. And they can actually be the person that you can come bring into your family and they can sit down and actually talk to you guys on how to build financial wealth and about financial literacy and the different things that you can do in order to reach your family goals. Okay. Um, Another thing you want to do is give back. Encourage philanthropy to install values of generosity and responsibility. Okay, we are not just to be here just to um benefit ourselves, but to help be a blessing to others. I always tell people it's a blessing to give a blessing. So when you see the opportunity to give back, give back. Okay. All right. So I think that's all I have for today. Just make sure you guys, like I said, are doing things to build generational wealth for your children. Like I said, I see a lot in the community where I go out and the children are not being properly taught. And it's heartbreaking to me because some of the kids, they don't know what a will is. They don't even know how to write a check. They don't even know the basic things that they need to know that we were taught when we were in school. Some of them don't even know how to count money. And it's sad to me because it's like these type of things matter. These type of things help build generational wealth. I don't care how small it is. So you make sure that you're teaching your children at home how to build generational wealth, how to save, how to budget, and things of that nature. Okay. So I'm gonna give some more takeaways. Homework. All right. After these, I feel like the best way for us to build and to grow is to do homework. So I'm gonna give you a couple of takeaways that y'all might want to do for homework. So one takeaway is to schedule a meeting with a financial advisor to begin planning for generational wealth. Okay, schedule a meeting. Number two is to start a conversation with your family about financial goals and legacy planning. What are you going to do? And number three, begin investing in a long-term asset, whether it's real estate, retirement account, or education fund. All right, I believe that everybody should have a retirement account. I don't care if it's an IRA. You need to have a retirement account, okay? Do something to build long-term assets and wealth, okay? So generational wealth isn't just about money. It's about creating opportunities and leaving a lasting legacy behind to your loved ones. Start small, think long-term and prioritize education and planning. And so, if this episode was helpful to you, be sure to share it out with family members so that people can start building their wealth legacy today because it's very, very important, you guys, to have a legacy when it comes to wealth. All right. So, thank you guys for listening to this episode of Tips with T. Make sure you guys, if you are really want to build a generational wealth, seek a financial planner, a financial advisor. You can reach out to me. You can visit the website www.mjfinancial.biz. You can book your consultation. I'll be more than glad to help you. Shoot me an email at contact@mjfinancial.biz. You give me a call or text me. My number is 910-317-0396. Because this year this is the year of abundance, right? So we are going to try to do everything that can help us to be abundant. All right. If you guys know anybody that would like to be a guest on the show, feel free to send them my way. I'm always open to having guests so they can come on and share their entrepreneurship journey. So, all right, you guys, that's it for this episode, and we will see you all on the next episode of Tips with T.